Hey, what's up guys? My name is Mauri from TechnicalDepot, and this tutorial I'm going to talk to you guys about creating your basic HTML template. Now, I believe this is your second tutorial. If you have not watched the intro to HTML, I really suggest you watch it because otherwise you're going to be completely lost. So if you have watched it, just continue on with me, and if you haven't, just click the link in the description. Let's move on. So first thing you want to do is open up your text editor. It doesn't have to be like mine. And the second thing you want to do, obviously, is save your file. So I'm going to name mine tutorial.html. Now it has to be HTML. Otherwise, you can't really load it up in your browser and call it HTML. You just call it text. So make sure it is HTML, and that is very important. You can name it whatever you want, but it has to be .html. And I'm not really organized, so I'm just going to throw it on my desktop. I don't know about you guys. Let's just wait for it. Here it is. So let's get right into it now that you've done that. The first thing you're going to want to do is insert your doc type. And this is basically telling your web browser, hey, this is what version of HTML we're writing. So I'm going to go ahead and add it for you guys. I'm going to be probably quiet for a little bit because I suck at multitasking. You see, I tried to talk for a minute there at the same time as typing, and it didn't work. Anyways, guys. So just copy what I just wrote, and that is basically telling the web browser I'm writing in HTML5. So just hammer that down, and let's move on. Next thing is your opening and closing HTML tags. Now there's a little trick to this. Just keep going, and I'll tell you guys in a little bit. Your closing tag. If you don't know what a tag is, watch the intro to HTML. This is the little tricky part. So since it is HTML5, you got to tell your web browser what language we're writing in, and language for short would be lang, and then you just write equals, and then under quotes you write en for English, which is what language I hope you guys are writing in. And once you got that out of the way, I'm going to add your head, and I'll explain what head does in a little bit. Sorry if I'm going too fast for you guys. Go ahead and pause the tutorial at any time you feel like I'm going too fast. Yeah, just go ahead and pause it if I'm going too fast for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and have my, you see, something I like to do is I like leaving space between tags because I know I'm going to write stuff. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add my meta tag right now, and you guys are probably going to hate me for not explaining it right away, so let me just write it. Sorry if I'm going too fast, once again, or too slow. I apologize. And your meta tag is basically your descriptions of your document. It's not really important. I guess you could consider it. If you could compare it to the real world, I guess you could call it like your credits in the end of the movie. You don't really care about them. You don't really mind them not being there, but it's still nice to have. I mean, if you're really serious about your website or your vlog, just go ahead and throw it in there. And this is basically your character set, and I'll go ahead and explain what that is. It's how your web browser interprets characters. I don't think I can break that down for you guys. It's all just basically, techie stuff we don't need to worry about. So just make sure you add that, and we'll move on. Next thing you know is your title. Now you see I'm actually adding little tabs. You see right here, and I'll tell you guys right now. They have no effect in your HTML document. All it does is really organize it. Organization is something you want to keep, because after a while you're going to be adding a lot of code. Sorry, my mouth is getting dry. Yeah, I'm going to add my title right now, and my closing tag. Again, do that too. Now, basically here, this is what goes in your tab, and I'll go ahead and write my name. And once again, I'll save it. Now, if I open up my HTML document in my web browser, you can actually see. So I'll go ahead and, oh, you see right here, just ignore that. We'll give it some purpose right now. So right here, you see Mauricio's awesome. And that is, if you go to youtube.com, let's actually go there right now. It says YouTube. Now, you can choose whatever you want it to say. Keep that in mind, guys. You can add whatever you want. if you're trying to, if you're trying to write your vlog, just write blank vlog, something like that. And next up is actually our last tag in the head, and it's basically adding your CSS, your style sheet. And this is basically all your colors, all the pretty stuff. You're gonna want to know what CSS is, so just click anywhere in the annotation, and it'll take you to a CSS tutorial if you're ready for it. Anyways, I don't like, if you guys have any background with HTML, you got to know that you can just slap your style sheet in here and your lines of code. But I don't like doing that because you have enough lines as it is, because you're going to be writing a lot of code. So what I like to do is I just like making my style sheet in a separate file and telling my my web browser, okay, this is my file. Now can you take it and basically add it onto this, but without really adding it, if that makes sense. It's adding it, but from a different file. It keeps it more organized and neat. So I'm gonna go ahead and work with that for you guys. Just copy this really quick. Now this right here, it is basically oh, sorry guys, I needed a letter. There you go. Now this right here, guys, it's basically the file that we're gonna be using. Now you haven't made it yet. You're gonna be making it in a little bit. And it's basically telling your web browser, hey, now you want to add a link, you want to add a file. Now how is this relevant to your web browser? And it's basically telling it, hey, it's my style sheet. So this is basically giving it the okay, and it's adding it on here. Next up is your body tag. So just go ahead and shrink this. So let's go ahead and add your body tag really quick. So we already shrunk it down, and you're gonna want, it doesn't really matter if it's capital or not. So just keep that in mind, guys. Now here in your body tag, it's pretty much really irrelevant. Whatever you add, it's all your paragraphs and all your, basically everything that's visible. Your images, paragraphs, your text, and obviously this doesn't have any tags, but I'll go ahead and show you guys right now. I bring in my web browser from my other monitor, and I drag this in, and you see it. But obviously it has no real purpose in being there because it has no tags. I'm not going to really add any tags right now. I'm just explaining what this is. And this looks really, really nasty. Let's make it look pretty. So something that's really important that you got to keep in mind is that you got to make sure this all stays clean and nice, because you're going to be working a lot with it. So, right here I have tabs, but all this really, the only meaning behind it is to make sure it looks clean and nice. So just keep that in mind, guys. And this is how I like to keep it. And make sure you save this, because this is going to be our template, and we're going to be working with this in the future tutorials. And this is basically what you need no matter what tutorial you go to. You don't want to be rewriting it every single time. Trust me, it's annoying. So just go ahead and do this once and save it and follow through every single tutorial. And that is basically it, guys. My name is Mauri from TechnicalDepot. Be sure to check out the next tutorial. It's also going to be me. And be sure to leave a like in the comment. And if this really helped you out, be sure to support by subscribing. And well, anyways, guys, I'll leave you guys alone, and be sure to check out the next tutorial. My name is Mauricio Ramos from TechnicalDepot, and I'll see you guys next time.